Good afternoon. Welcome to our panel. My name is Lixia from 76 Columbus Family Office. We invest in globally, both in public and the private sectors. 15 years ago, it was the first job I had in United States, in JP Morgan. I still remember the day one when I was in the office. Sat down, I was giving a piece of paper of the code analysis I was giving. And it was written in COBOL. So I graduated from an engineering degree. I had no idea what the COBOL was. So we learned Java and Fischer. Currently, COBOL is very well written, very adopted language for the legacy infrastructure across banking, at least in the United States, for Tandem and IBM. Time has passed. We have cloud technology, AI, blockchain, cloud computing, and 6G technology. With all these technologies evolve rapidly, I think it's very important to understand what's the emerging trends next. But even more important, we need to understand what and how to invest them strategically, as well building a very robust ecosystem from both public and private sector. Today we have round-up expert here to dive in this topic. Let's start with round-up introductions. First, Viktor, please.
Thank you so much for the introduction. My name is Viktor. I founded and I run RockawayX, which is a Web3 VC investment firm. We manage roughly $2 billion currently. And what we fight for, our mission, is to put financial system on top of the internet so that financial system is not programmed in COBOL anymore, because this was, in the 70s and the programmers are already retired.
Alright, hi everybody. My name is Aljiffry. You can call me Aljiffry. I'm a partner at 500 Global. It's a global VC platform, multi-stage, fund in Latin America, fund in Southeast Asia. I primarily operate and invest across MENA and early stage practice. Looking forward to meeting all of your founders and fellow investors today.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for the invitation. My name is Maen and I'm the chairman of Soul Artists. For the ones that have not been engaged with Soul Artists, it's one of the first and most leading talent booking platform. So basically, if you would like to have entertainment at home or at a particular venue, at the tip of an application, you can have access to 10,000 of the best talents available in the MENA region. Over the last 6 years since incubation, we have hosted over 4,000 events in the region itself. So there is a lot of excitement coming through. And if you are a big fan of Talabat for food, you're going to be a big fan of Soul Artists for fun.
Pleasure to meet you all. Maurice, Tanas, working within the Dubai Chamber of Digital Economy. We're here to support the tech ecosystem in Dubai and facilitate businesses that are in Dubai to grow and expand, as well as businesses wanting to come into Dubai and use Dubai as a global hub to become, to a 10x or 100x their business. That's what we are here to do as part of Dubai Chamber of Digital Economy, to support and see the expansion of the tech ecosystem.
Mine is slightly longer, I guess, and it's the biggest panel of today. So my name is Tunç, and I manage the startup and venture capital ecosystem at Amazon Web Services. I'm based out of Dubai. I have both a corporate and angel/VC background also. So, from day one, Amazon Web Services supported and empowered founders to bring their ideas to life, to change the world by democratizing access to the best technology. And it's more than 200 services, the biggest community. We were there day one when the startup revolution started kicking in. And as of now, 80% of the unicorns in the global scale are based on AWS. So we help them on their technical infrastructure so that they focus on their core business. Secondly, we support startup also financially, and a figure that we were discussing also with the panelists was we support close to 2 million $20 million per year through startup credits in MENA, in the region only, every year. So actually, we have a financial support arm as well on that side. And the third bit is go-to-market. So becoming helping startups to become a seller on AWS marketplace. It's a SaaS marketplace, or co-sell programs to enterprise. We have our own funds, 3 funds in global scale, and which we did a recent investment in Oman last month through a fascinating startup, Series A, and accelerators. And we do all of this by partnering with investors, ecosystem builders, and we help them to help also the startups of the ecosystems as well.
Fantastic. So start with Viktor. You, in your introduction, you mentioned your VC is engineering VC. It's a quite interesting structure, and also you are among the panelists. You're the only expert breathing and living in the blockchain and Web3 space. Can you share a little bit more about what this engineering VC, how that differentiates from the traditional VC?
Yeah, so engineering VC means we actually do the work. So we run the blockchains. What is a blockchain? Blockchain is a network of 10,000 computers on top of the internet, which are in real time calculating transactions. We are running those computers. We are not running one, we are running maybe 10 of them, and we don't run it for one blockchain, we run it for 52 blockchains. And so as a result, we are a bit like the banking back office. We are actually doing the engineering work and calculating transactions. It's a bit similar to, I would say, AWS, but we don't sell our computing capacity to the blockchains, but we actually provide that capacity and we calculate transactions. So that's what's called engineering VC. Why is it important? It's because we are then the first customer of the companies we invest into. So the founders, they like us because we also help to ship their products faster. We invest and then we provide the computing power to run their blockchain.
Fantastic. Very quick question for Jeffrey. According to my research on PitchBook 2021, it says 500 Global is the most active VCs in the world, with 2,700 investments across 80 different countries. You see this significant amount of investment come across, and I'm sure that a lot of founders are navigating, starting, scaling, as well from both financial and human capital perspective. So, especially right now in the hype of blockchain and AI, what's your thoughts and also advice on those founders in terms of fundraising?
So, fundraising will never be easy, will never be pleasant. Let's agree that I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But there is an opportunity to differentiate. So I'm not going to give you the standard advice of having a team and reach out and be structured in researching your investors. But if you really want to accelerate the process, what you're trying to do is accelerating trust. So how do I accelerate trust? We try to find, as humans, if I know somebody in common, I'm going to trust you more. All right, I don't have a network of VCs on speed dial. How do I do that? Simple. Sell to any of my portfolios. If I get an email that says, hey, Aljiffry, love what you're doing, this is what I'm building, we have X and Y company in your portfolio using our products and loving it. It's a quick call for me to verify how good this product is, get it from them, a trusted source, that will significantly speed up the process. This works across the industry, and it's something I wish, it's a hack I wish more and more founders end up using. So that, among other fundraising advices, hopefully that's helpful. Go ahead.
So let me give you an example, because we were seed investors in a blockchain called Solana back in March 2018, when nobody knew it even existed. Blockchain was launched in 2020. Today is one of the top ones. I would say the main competitor of Ethereum. We found Solana in 500 Global in San Francisco. because they were pulling all the VCs. They were like, hey, like we have these, founders from Qualcomm, like super smart technical engineers. They're doing this new blockchain. It was called Loom back then. Now it's called Solana. They rebranded in 2018. And so 500 Global, they pulled different investors. We came, we met the team. They were just heads down programming, and we decided to invest in the offices of 500 Global. And our investment since then is about, it's roughly 1,000x. So it's around 1,000 times up our investment. And which is basically what other investors made on Facebook, we made on Solana. And so, also thanks to you guys.
Well done, good spotting.
Now we're actually on the topic of you actually building an ecosystem around your founders from capital perspective and industry perspective and all about for helping them to scale and grow. So I want to dive this to Maurice and Tush. From ecosystem building perspective, like say from Dubai Chamber of Digital Economy, what are those recent initiatives or programs you have in place, either through AI as a technology channel, but overall contributing to the ecosystem? Can you share some of those highlights, please?
Sure. So as Dubai Chamber of Digital Economy, we provide we're the host for Expand North Star, which is a large tech conference that used to be part of GITEX, and now we carved it out, and it's an old entity that is located between October 13 to 16 in Dubai Harbor. That element allows all the ecosystems from all around the world to be able to communicate, network, and build relationships for the long term. We also do our roadshows locally as well as internationally to build these relationships. We lead the initiative called Create Apps, whereby through the App Olympics competition, we just recently closed in February. Now we're going to be going live soon with the second cohort. It was an initiative that launched by Sheikh Hamdan to create, the top apps globally, and there was an international competition that was awarded. The 4 winners were awarded by him in February, and we're planning to redo this again. And then lastly is providing business market access and soft landing services. We have a research report so people can read, and for market access, we also be able to provide, we created a service called Business in Dubai. And Business in Dubai is available on our platform, on our website, where people can fill out a form that allows us to collect information about businesses, whether you're locally or internationally, standardize that information, and provide you with two prongs. One prong to provide you market access opportunity, to connect you with investors, governments, and corporates. And then the second one is soft landing services of discount opportunities for housing, licensing, telecom service, etc. And regarding the market access, what we found from an ecosystem play is people just wanted that connection. Sometimes connections can take so long, or sometimes getting the right person, sometimes knowing how to do business here. We provide that guidance because as a startup, when I was a founder, you're lost. And it's good to be lost, but sometimes you just want some kind of movement around to support. And that's what we're here to do. We provide you, we get to know you, get to see what you're looking for, give you some guidance. And then once you qualify, we send your details to the entity that you're looking to get introduced to. If they come and said, yes, I'm interested, we then make that introduction. And with the aim that we ensure qualified introductions for both parties, and with the hopes that that long-term relationship, business, investment occurs. And that's one of the, those 3 things allows us to continuously listen to the ecosystem, see what things can do, and we always push ourselves to say, okay, what more can we do? And this market access opportunity gives us an opportunity to listen to you guys, listen to the people who are receiving leads on what they're looking for, to be able to get that connections, to shorten the connection, to build those long-term relationships, and for businesses to 10x their revenue or 10x their investments so that they can become the next unicorn or whichever angle they want to take.
AI, I want to bring that back to this topic. Maen?
So, the subject of AI obviously was exciting for all of us to listen this morning, where we are just touching the surface. And I think everybody at this stage truly believe that this is just the beginning of the flight. The question is, what did we capitalize on it, either from a venture capitalist or from an operating entity? And I go back to Jeffrey. He wants a trusted source. He's sitting next to me, so I hope he trusts me, being his next door neighbor. So we will talk about the next unicorn and soul artist separately. But the fact of the matter is that what we developed in soul artists in the line of AI is the fact that you will have an AI concierge. Today, if you have an event, let's say a birthday of your son's, you will struggle to know what type of artist do you need. And within the algorithm and the AI and the data, plus the pool of talents that have been well screened, we have about 10,000 talents on board from 140 different nationalities. Within a simple 2-3 steps questionnaire, that AI generated platform or feature within Soul Artist will choose for you that talent or artist for your event. And there is nobody in the industry that have been able to develop that. So you will have your AI concierge for your event, and we have been seeing a seamless, fantastic customer experience, because you don't want the customer, searching and really screening through what's in it for them, how much it's going to cost them, and everything. So the whole thing is, what do you want to achieve? And the AI algorithm within the database and the intelligence that we have developed over the last 3 years, we spend a lot of time and efforts into bringing that tech from the B2B stage, where today we are B2C ready. And we would not have been able to do this without the advancement of AI and the availability of AI to us today.
I have a quick follow-up question for you. So in terms of the artist and this artwork, and before I moved to UAE earlier this year, I was quite involved with Lincoln Center in New York. And I still remember the days where during the pandemic, it's really hard time for the artists, and very sympathize how the life in that space. I saw the soul artists, the platform is really driven between the so-called freelance artists connect directly to the business or to the other individuals of the request. You actually come from energy background.
That's true.
You're running a energy VC, and with the intersection, of course, around the AI. I'm wondering, what's that passion around the soul artists? You're like very passionate about it.
Well, you have to be open to technology. So being open is an enabler to success. With all my respect, I have a lot of friends within that investment and VC space, and they are very silo focused. I want to do only telecommunication. I want to always be. But the diversity in my approach has enabled us to overcome some of these challenges. So we go from being involved into energy, which is the core of all of us from the Gulf. There's always a link to oil and gas in our DNA somehow. But the fact of the matter is that we have expanded that into entertainment. We have also touched the logistics, and we saw that the logistics is also an open space. And most recently, everybody wants to eat. So F&B is accessible. In the past, you needed to probably go to a restaurant to eat. Now you don't need to go to a restaurant to eat. So we can actually connect you from ordering your food to providing it through a last mile delivery company of ours, to bringing an entertainer so you can digest faster. And hopefully you repeat the cycle 10 times within a meal. So that's what we do, and that's how exciting for us, that diversity, but also the risk appetite. If you don't risk, if you don't take risk, you might as well just become an employee for life. That's how we think.
I like that it's digest faster, not eat more, right?
Digest faster.
Having fun.
You never know, we could do yoga after, and then you become slower.
If I may add on that one, what's the theme as well is I like to use the word adaptability,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Venturing into entrepreneurship, AI, technology, whatever it is that comes anyone's way, the adaptability is so key. Because who knows, one day we're walking on the beach, having restaurants on with people, and then suddenly lockdown, right? And you have to be adaptable. Businesses always need to be adaptable, but now with the venture where technology is moving as fast, even faster than it was 10, 15 years ago. Investors, etc. Hello? So yeah, so with the with technology that's happening from AWS and the servers, with the investments that are happening, if businesses are no longer adaptable for any kind of change, or ready to be adapting, or even future-proofing, or even thinking ahead, people will move. The drops will be much faster than where they were 5, 10 years ago. And I think if people are not adaptable, or ready to be adaptable, start working on it.
I mean, there's one thing that comes up with the AI conversation of, the fear of automation. And any chess players here? Anybody enjoys playing chess? So we still have love for the game of chess. 2 decades ago, people predicted the death of chess. Oh, now that an AI is better than humans at chess, people won't want to watch chess players anymore because an AI is better, and that will drive away enjoyment from the sport. We've seen the opposite. People train against chess bots. We are at competitions where people are at to a novel board state faster than ever. So we react to artificial intelligence, we practice against it, we get it better, and that drives us forward. And the same will happen with LLMs. We'll get output, you learn from it, you change, you put in another prompt, and that's how we're evolving. But instead the discussion tends to just go into either complete automation or it will never get there. And I feel like a lot of noise happens in the extremes and it kind of ignores our existing precedent historically with other tasks.
Very, very good on this topic on AI. So maybe back to Tuch. So AWS speaks itself, and there are a lot of innovations, especially around advanced technology. Me being back in the days, I founded my own blockchain infrastructure technology back in New York, based on AWS. So back to you. How do you see the innovations, especially around the AI and use cases you have seen in the world of the AWS?
Sure. AI is not new. It's overall. In fact, Amazon itself has been using artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies for the past 25 years. It's store, selection, supply chain, fulfillment centers. And also AWS was offering the same technology externally as well to the world. But what happened lately, and by the way, as a result, 97 or 96% of the machine learning unicorns in the world are on AWS. But now we have another, let's say, transformational step in AI, which is generative AI. Okay, so I think that is in our societies, daily lives, we talk about the chatbots and the apps, but I think we believe that we haven't seen, even the top of the iceberg. So it's going to transform, sales and marketing, operations, coding. Yet we're POCing, trying, but according to Goldman Sachs, it's going to add $7 trillion to the global GDP in 10 years and add 1.5% incremental growth to the global economy. So it's huge and we haven't seen much yet. How we're supporting this revolution, I think is of course first with the technology side, but in the classical AWS style, we're democratizing access to the best Gen AI technologies. So, any company can use the NVIDIA GPUs or our own GPUs. We have our own GPUs as well through, Amazon SageMaker and build their own models, or through Amazon Bedrock, you can access all of the large language models and customize it with your own data in the secure AWS environment. Or at the top, we're building more and more applications like Amazon Q. So I think this is, by the way, we have our own large language model as well, Amazon, but we're approaching differently like Amazon. So we're not saying, hey, please use our, no, we offer choice. Okay, so through Amazon Bedrock, you can access, Anthropic's, Mistral's, Meta's, Amazon models, all of them is like. So so this is maybe a bit on the stack side. On the market, also this transformation is showing on numbers as well. Last year, global VC investments dropped by around 40%. So we called it VC winter. That lasted for a couple of years. Inshallah, this year is going to be more flattish. But if you look at AI was up 10% itself in the global investment. So it is the innovation, but also the venture capital's appetite to invest into it. So, and on the local level as well, we are working with, of course, the venture capitalists, corporate VCs, family offices, but also ecosystem enablers. And maybe one particular partnership that I would like to highlight is Dubai AI Campus. So we're the founding member of Dubai AI Campus itself, and we're dedicated to support the ecosystem building, innovation in the region and in UAE specifically. So we have a AWS AI Loft space in Dubai AI Campus, and we'll be running trainings, webinars, meetups in Dubai AI Campus to be able to help the AI ecosystem to grow, not only in the local level, also in the global level.
I actually would like to add on to this as well, sir, is we're in actually the most sweet spot to be when it comes to AI. When you talk to a lot of people globally, they come and see Dubai and what the UAE is doing from a policy, governance, thought leadership is second to none globally of what Dubai is doing, especially when it comes to embracing AI versus big barriers. And for opportunities for businesses who want to work here, who want to grow here, looking at the D33 strategy that Dubai has launched last year, and which is 10 years to double the GDP. This gives a great opportunity of a lot of initiatives that are going to come in, whether it's from the AI campus, whether that is unicorns, university, many initiatives that are going to come in. That ecosystem, globally and locally, take advantage to be able to grow their businesses by leveraging all. And I think this is one thing to highlight in terms of AI. This is one thing to highlight in terms of AI, is to leverage off that, because things will move very fast. Hello? Hello? Adaptable. So use the opportunity to look at the D33 strategy. Because of the governance and the opportunities, investments will pour in, strategies will be implemented, and businesses can leverage off that. And that's one thing I want to highlight as chambers. We're involved with DET, working on initiatives for the D33, and the ecosystem in general will also leverage on that.
Yeah, that's true. And I would be, Maurice, also very thankful to the soft landings we had here. My team, we are 35 people. We managed $2 billion, arrived in March this year. Soft landing was amazing for our families. Also opening a company, we now have an office at One Central. And I get actually requests from entrepreneurs globally on a weekly basis. Hey, I want to come to Dubai. How can I actually establish myself here? And last thing on the AI and blockchain. So, two important things. So whether you are running the blockchain on AWS or on our own servers, the blockchain for AI allows for AI agents to open bank accounts, like addresses on wallets. There is no bank which will open a bank account to an AI agent because AI agent doesn't have Emirates ID or identity. But on a blockchain, we can open a wallet. and then the AI agent can play chess with you and win some money if you want to gamble and lose against the AI agent, for example. Second use case of AI blockchain is privacy. And as you know, Porter from Filecoin was presented earlier, we need blockchain and encrypted data in order for our own data not to be misused by the centralized authorities which have access to them.
Fantastic. We're on the topic of the use case in terms of leveraging AI. This question for Maen. So I know your passion of soul artists. With your energy background and also your fund is being actively evolving at the moment, what are the key use cases you have seen for the AI really reshaping the energy sector, especially these days? Renewable energy, green energy, it's quite a hot topic for this region particularly.
And now you're taking me to an important subject, because without energy, there is no festival. You know, and I think we are very privileged to be sitting on a heavily healthy, you know, reserve or future reserve of energy, despite the fact that there is going to be, you know, always the devil advocate about, you know, what's going to happen to fossil fuel, etc. But there's no worry that fossil fuel will always continue to be there, similar to how coal is. Today there is still coal production at a different scale, at a different financial return or expectation. So the worry about the future of energy should not be an existence, which means that we should definitely cope up with the transformation that's happening with AI in different domains, especially, you know, AI has been probably 10 times and more advanced in the financial sector than anything else. So how do we take that success and translate it into the source of income, which is oil and gas? And you see a lot of operating companies truly transforming their mindset into investing in AI and bringing digital technologies instead of physical technologies, the likes of predictive maintenance, you know, predictive failures. You know that today, if you have, you know, a facility that produces an X amount of oils a day, you will know before it fails, you know, that you need to do some ahead of time maintenance, because once it fails, then you lose that opportunity of return. And similar to the interesting discussion this morning is that you don't want to wait until you get sick. You really need to know ahead of time before getting sick. So that applies to everything. And I think, you know, the investment that we see, especially from the GCC national oil companies, and you saw what ADNOC specifically doing with AIQ. It's massive investment. We're seeing it also with operator, the likes of Aramco, Kuwait Oil Company, Qatar Energy. And you see them now not worrying about competing when it comes to AI. AI is good for everybody. So it's not a competition anymore. It's been treated like safety in the terms of energy.
Yeah, very quickly. I know Jeffrey fly over from Riyadh, and you cover all Middle East with very extensive the companies you have seen in your ecosystem. So what are those, especially for this region, what are the very interesting companies or use cases or problems you have seen that AI is really solving?
I mean, we tell founders that if you define yourself as an AI company, you have to be very clear. Are you using AI or are you an actual AI company? And I find that everybody's using AI to some degree, and you need to really be strong, and that needs to be your core differentiator. If you're telling me I'm an AI first company and I've got some level of innovation, either in the data set, in the model, in the inference, or something. We're seeing it proliferate everywhere. So I think the strongest sector that's gotten the most attention most recently has been construction and prop tech, surprisingly enough. I think last year mostly fintech got the initial kind of use case because there's more transactions, more data there. We're starting to see it bleed into other sectors, but those two happen to be the most focused these days. I think we're seeing a lot more people coming into the region, and I think everybody's probably not having a pleasant time shopping for apartments and houses. So that seems to be one of the first use cases that they want to resolve. And I'm enjoying the level of competitiveness there. And I think government has been collecting a lot of data. For example, in Saudi, Ministry of Justice records every single real estate transaction, and it's openly accessible. So you know exactly, like, okay, this building or this apartment was sold for this amount. So you can already take all that, and that's a good initial case. That's not a complete data set, but it's a great start. I think we've got one recent Portico smart bricks is doing this, as well as something like
Fantastic. Thank you. We have 4 minutes left. I would like all our panelists to think about not Dubai 33 in 10 years strategy, but in, let's say, 5 years. One sentence. What do you see the emerging trends or interesting opportunities in the next 5 years in your field?
Thank you.
Who wants to start?
I definitely would like to see an AI hit, that we all enjoy, go to a concept. You're seeing it coming through with moderators and speakers. With all my respect, you may not be there in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that it will come through. And this morning, Captain Reza was saying that what happened in the aviation industry from having 3 to 2, potentially maybe 1 or none in the cockpit. So how are we going to cope up with this? We have to accept that adaptability. So if you're ready for an AI concept, wait until Soul Artist comes with it, because stay tuned, I would say.
Go ahead.
I would say it's impressive how Dubai pivoted its industries, but still, like, majority part of its GDP relies on real estate. I think, we should make using blockchain real estate accessible globally to global investors, and we can do this using tokenization. There is only already $400–500 million of tokenized real estate globally, mostly in the US. Companies like Realty.co are doing it. I invite you to check it out. Realty.co. You can buy, tokenized house in Detroit, for example, generating 25% annual return. And so I think I invite basically like the local players to work together, tokenize Dubai real estate and open it to global investors, and blockchain also that allows for faster secondary market for easier sales post handover.
From my end, I would say AI empowering businesses, empowering individuals, not businesses, empowering individuals to be able to do whatever you need, where before it would take high barriers of entry from coding or learning, etc. But now AI empowers individuals to be able to do whatever they need. So tomorrow, for example, we're doing a workshop called AI as a co-founder, with the logic of that, hey, AI is a tool that can empower you in any of your business growth to be able to state, hey, I'm empowered. I don't need to do a big RFP. I don't need to charge $1 million. I don't need this. You have the power as an individual or an individual to grow a business. So in the next 5 years, I see more people being empowered, using AI, learning AI, wanting to grow with AI so that they are more productive than actually AI being a tool that is a high barrier. Now the barriers have broken down.
And in order to do this, I think we all need to test. So, like prompt engineering. So, I mean, we need to develop ourselves as well, because at the end of the day, we're gonna need. But
3. There we go. Full redundancy.
Technology.
Next time is AI panelist.
Advanced technology.
So we need to be ready as individuals, maybe to add, to what Maurice says, and I think we're not ready yet. So I mean, most of our interaction with generative AI is through chatbots, and we are using it as if it's Google search. Okay, so it's much more than that, and so we need to be ready. Else, we are as individuals, we can be disrupted. Maybe more direct answer to the question is, I would like to see and contribute UAE becoming a global hub on AI and Web3 technologies. So I think the traction is super strong. I think very strong steps are being taken. And it's both matter of time, but also using versus developing are different things. So like on generative AI, for example, we divide startups into two. So producers and users. So we need more producers side. They don't need to invent something, but modify, fine-tune something unique, and also it creates it helps the ecosystem to scale up as well. I mean, I think the traction is great, and the next 5 years, I would like to see us really there. And when at a global level, when people discuss that, hey, what are the top 5 spaces on AI? UAE should be one of them.
So I'll do my last one.
Last but not least, please.
So if you look globally, there are some worrying trends, right? Like inequality is increasing. This is not individual to each country, but this is a global trend that you can just see from the numbers. Blockchain by its very nature is rebellious and is fighting against some of those trends that we're seeing all over the world. AI by itself is raising the floor, democratizing access, and lowering barriers. I think if you notice those two trends, you notice that there's a lot of good. We're hitting this level of inequality that people are not happy with. People are looking for alternatives. And with these two big trends behind us, I think there's a lot of gap that founders are going to capture and really solve for everybody. So please build now. These are two waves that very rarely intersect.
And if you allow me just to build on this, because we need to embrace and be positive about AI, and I like what Jeffrey just said. And as if you read the World Economic Forum, the statistics is that AI will eliminate around 85 million jobs by 2025. Now look at the bright side of it, it will create 97 million jobs. So that's 14% growth. So we should definitely support AI and not worry about the 85 and embrace and just push through the 97 plus. So, that's my optimism around AI and its investment and its growth coming through.
In 5 years, I would like a self-driving car, and my AI agent will use my phone to WhatsApp my panelists to have a dinner together. On that note, thank you very much for your time and staying with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for our panelists to share with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.